So we're on our way back to the motorhome now, and we're going to head towards we're heading towards
Mark says it's pina colada. I'm sure he's got drink on the brain.
well, that's not actually where we're heading to, although Denise wants to go to the Pina Colada Garden Centre, so that's where we're off to now. After the Pina Colada Garden Centre, we go into Portugal, which has got quite a famous ceramics studio there, worldwide.
Sell it worldwide.
So we're heading there to see the ceramics there before heading on to Silves for a night there. So that's our plans for today. One garden centre, one pottery studio, a medieval town. So that's our day, all planned out. So here we go, we're on our way. We're leaving the parking area now, and we're on our way to the Pina Colada Garden Centre. So this is Portimao now. Now it's wrong, I'm sure. This town here is a town that we had actually marked off to visit, but being in the area and seeing what's about, we decided to give it a miss. Just because it looked like a relatively new town, not a great deal of interest by the look of it. Although I'm sure it's got some interesting bits to it. We've seen enough of these towns in this part of Portugal to know what they're about now, really. Estuary going in there. Interesting bridge straight ahead of us. A nicely designed suspension bridge, this. So we're going over the river Arad now, quite a wide river. On the other side there, that's the motorway, toll road. Nice roundabout here, quite an interesting one. It's quite good, some of these roundabouts, we love seeing them. So we did actually find the garden centre, but unfortunately we missed the entrance, so we're heading back down to the Pina Colada. Just going into this garden centre here. Denise, as you can see, is empty-handed. I wonder if there'll be empty hands on the way out. She's picked herself up a trolley, that always bodes well. Inside the garden centre, you can see it's a big old garden centre this. Got some beautiful olive trees over there. Some of those olive trees are absolutely huge, but really good price. They got some quite old olive trees there for about €480, which, although a lot of money, they're actually pretty cheap compared to what you pay in the UK. Denise is still in the shop. She has bought a few bits, a few plants and a pot, so she'll be out in a minute with it. I'm not sure what else she's bought because she's been in there quite a while now, so I'm expecting to see her walk out of a palm tree. So that is what Denise has just bought, plus a couple of soils. So there we go. So we're now back on our way, and we're heading to Portugal Pottery. Here we are, so Portugal Pottery. Just need to try and find somewhere to park up. There we go, so Portugal Pottery. Just driving up now, and then we'll go and have a look in there. Established in 1968, this pottery. So not massively old, but hopefully interesting. Always like staircases when they have tiles in sets like that onto the steps. So this is Portugal Pottery, nice old building there. Oh, I've got to have a peek in here apparently. Oh, that's a fantastic pot, isn't it? Nice tiles, so they're obviously doing a bit of work there. So in we go into the pottery. Not sure if we can film in here, so might be able to, might not. We'll go and have a look. Lovely, all hand painted. Lovely wall lanterns there, like those. Lovely tile paintings on the wall. So we're just leaving Portugal now. It was an interesting look around. but not really the designs that grab us. Quite floral, nothing wrong with that, but we've seen, yeah, it's just not our style really. So we came away empty-handed. We're heading off now. We will be going to a medieval town, slightly inland. I'm calling it Silves. Denise is calling it Sleeves. So
Neither of us are probably right.
we're both probably completely wrong there.
Calculate.
So we've got about 10 yards down the road and we've seen this place. So we're going to jump out and have a look at all the pots and stuff in here. But this looks like it could be quite an interesting one. Nice benches, like those benches. So we're just going to wander in now before we head into the shop. Got loads of pots and stuff in here. This is the sort of place that we enjoy looking around.
Look at this.
And have an absolute field day in here. Love some of these ceramic barbecues that they've got. Just going back down here, but we found something we've loved and we've decided that we're going to take back with us. So yeah, we're going for that sheep there. Just seen something over here that Denise hasn't seen yet, because if she did, I reckon she'd want to have a go, but I'd have to tell her it's just not safe. So we've looked outside, we're just going to go inside and look at all the stuff they got in here. But there's loads of ceramics in here, quite nicely done, all Portuguese, which is good. This is the part of the shop here that's got loads of hand painted tiles. Really nice, nicely done. Really nice, some of these sets of tiles. Lovely. See if there's any down here that I totally love. So in the next part of the shop here, they got so many little bits and bobs that I find quite interesting. But I've just picked something up to buy that I've actually never seen before. It's actually for holding eggs, and it's a ceramic egg box. Holds 12 eggs. Really unusual. Wasn't expecting to find a bike in here. I'm almost tempted to take that for a spin. Well, I would do if the roads weren't so cobbly. I reckon this is more antique section with ceramics down here. It's kind of lots more oldie looking. So we're leaving this ceramic shop. That was really good. We both really enjoyed looking around. I think Denise bought a quarter of the shop. So she's bought loads of tiles and vases. What else have you bought? Lantern.
Lantern in the shape of a lighthouse. Little trinket.
Okay.
Little trinket thing.
Yeah, so she's bought a number of different items really in there. They're all really nice. A big old chicken there. Yeah, so some really nice stuff in there. We enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So we're on our way now to Silves / Sleeves. So we'll find out what it's
called.
Yeah, we still don't know what it's called. But we're on our way now there. Not very far away. Probably about 10 miles, I think. And that's where we're heading to now. Slightly inland. Hopefully it will still be nice and sunny when we get there. Not too far away now from the campsite we're heading for. We're about 1.5 miles. So that is Silves straight ahead of us, I believe. But the countryside's nice around here. There's a castle up on the top of the hill. So quite a pretty town this. Lots of hiking to be had around these parts. Looks like it'll be quite an interesting town to have a walk around. Parked up on the campsite here, just wanted to show these stork nests that are over there. So we've got 2 over there, there's 1 over there, and there has been more storks just on the grass here feeding. Just wanted to show you the storks and how fantastic they are over there. So obviously a male and a female stork in that nest over there, but it's impossible to distinguish between the two looking at them. Quite an interesting bird, the stork. It's got no vocal box, or a very underdeveloped vocal box, so they can't make any noise whatsoever apart from maybe a slight hissing sound. But what they do to communicate, they use their beaks to make noise, so they slap them together and it makes quite a loud noise. I'll see if I can record that. But the storks, they mate for life. They can live up to around 35 years, and they return to the same nest every year. Both the males and the females are responsible for rearing the young. They both sit on the eggs and feed, and they build the nests together. They have a massive wingspan. They have a wingspan of almost 2 meters, and they're fantastic gliders. They tend to go into thermals and use the thermals for flight. They are fantastic gliding birds. Those two up there on that one, they're actually building a nest at the moment by the looks of it. Some of these nests have been recorded to be around 100 years old. Some of them can be up to 3 meters in height and 2 meters across. So the nests are absolutely massive. They're actually protected here in Portugal. So if you had a pole at the bottom of your garden and they were nesting, you wouldn't be able to do anything about it. But to be honest, I think I'd enjoy watching them at the bottom of my garden. Beautiful birds. The storks here in the Algarve have really made themselves at home. There's believed to be around 14,000 storks in the Algarve alone. Walking into Silves now to head up towards the castle, to have a look around the castle there and to get a feel for the town here. We did walk through last night. It's got a nice feel about it. We quite like this town. So we're just going to head up, because we always seem to be heading up the hills, so this is no different. We're going back up a hill, have a little look around, see if there's any hat shops.
Ceramic shops.
Some what shops?
Ceramic shops.
There we go. So as you can tell, we've just come out of the pub. We've had a couple of bottles of wine. Denise can't say ceramics. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Well, we're heading in the right direction, because as you can see, the castle is directly ahead of us. I'm just hoping Denise isn't getting any design ideas from looking at this. Quite an imposing, impressive building. I would hazard a guess at it being council offices and the town hall. Nice cool courtyard there. I should imagine in the summer months it's quite a cooling place to be with all the shade. That's Silves, showing you what there is to see if you come here. So there we go, we're going into number 1 now, which was the Castillo. So we're just going to go in through the entrance now. Well, possibly an entrance, we're not entirely sure. So let's go up here and have a little look to see what's around the corner. I like that house straight ahead. Going up a walk here, and just spotted this in the wall. Lovely. Yeah, we got a cat house here. They do have lots of these in Portugal for the cats. There's one of the inhabitants there, not in his house. Not bad, huh? I would live in that. So upward we go, see what we find at the top of here. This is what was at the top. A nice little open space here up at the top. So we're just going to make our way towards the cathedral, then head up, because I believe that is where the entrance to the castle could well be. Just noticed this in the back garden of this small villa that we're going past. Lovely plunge pool in the back.
That's
Nice.
all there is.
That's all there is.
And a shower.
At least I don't need to cut the grass. That's a bonus. That is the cathedral straight ahead of us. Not sure if it's open or not. If it is, you know us, we will be going into it. Is the door open on it? No. No open door. Looks like a big chapel though. Really wide. Would have been interesting to look inside it. Nice front to this property here. Denise says that she would live in there. So I'm just about to pop down and see if anyone's in and if they'd be interested in a sale.
I'm not sure I'd want to hang me washing out on the opposite side though.
Yeah, Denise isn't quite so keen on the washing line. So that looks like the proper part of the castle there. Still haven't found the way in, so we're hoping this is going to be the official way in as opposed to climbing over the wall. On the other side of the road from where I just filmed. Quite impressive.
If you enjoy watching our videos and would like to join us on our travels, then click on that like button, subscribe to our channel. It's free to do so and come along with us on our journeys.
Take note of that road, that's one we won't be able to go up when we leave in the town. Yeah, that is looking quite promising. I reckon we might have found the entrance into the castle here. Big chap standing by the wall there. Almost as tall as me. Actually, I think he's about the same height as Denise. There we go. So Denise was just trying to read what he actually had there. I don't think she succeeded, to be honest. Oh, you got to rub the foot for good luck. There's always some patch on these bronze figures that you have to rub, and on this one it's his foot. Looks like he's got a bunion, mind. There we go. For luck. Now in through the portcullis. This castle dates back to the 10th century and I believe was Islamic in roots. So I think this is the ticket office we'll go into here. See how much it's going to cost. I suspect not too much. Just got inside. It has cost €5.60 for the two of us. It is cash only, so if you do come here, ensure that you have the cash with you. So we're going to walk along the walls now, do a complete loop of the walls so we get some, see what the views are like from the top. I'm expecting them to be quite lovely, so we'll see. Really nice castle, really up together. It's unusual to see the castle walls in such restored condition. I do like to see restored castles like this. Gives you a real impression of what it would have been like. Up onto a higher level here. That's unusual. Not very often you see handrails. I think that's the first time we've been in a castle in Portugal and seen a handrail. Quite impressed with that. Let's have a look to see what the view is like from up here. That is the cathedral there. We'll go and have another look at when we leave. One of the first things you notice about this castle when you see it, and especially when you walk inside the walls, is the colour of it. It's quite unusual. They've used in a red stone, which is the first time we've seen a red stone like this being used in Portugal. Really like the tiles on this roof. Quite different, being so many multicolours involved. Really nice. So this is what we're more used to with the health and safety. So it seems to be wherever you actually need a rail, they've decided not to put one up. Some sort of excavation work has been carried out down there at some point, showing you what the former rooms used to look like within this fort, I guess. What we find quite entertaining here is the fact that they've made it wheelchair accessible, which is absolutely fantastic. So they've got these ramps and wheelchair access routes throughout the fort there on the actual fort floor. And then you get up onto the walls and you see massive great steps and nothing on the side. So I just sincerely hope wheelchairs don't try and get up here also. Denise is in her element whenever we come up onto castle walls like this, because she loves being nosy and looking into people's gardens, and sometimes she gets lucky and gets to see inside people's houses. So we're just getting to this part of the wall here, and this is a particularly access friendly route up here. So yeah, as you can see, health and safety again, prime concern. By the way, I only mention it because I find it quite entertaining, and back in the UK now we've taken health and safety to a ridiculous level, so I actually find it quite refreshing when we come somewhere like this. So on to, I think this is one of the highest parts of the fort here, so we're really looking down on the gardens here, so Denise will especially like it up here. Lovely view from up here over to the mountains there in the distance, and all the houses perched on the hills. I'm assuming that used to be the gardens here for the fort. Looks like we have a swimming pool down there. Ahead of us there we have what looks like the highest part of the castle. I'm not sure if we can go into it, but we'll go and have a look. Can't see anyone on the top, but that doesn't really mean anything. With the health and safety here, they might have already fallen off. If you're in Silves, we would definitely recommend the visit to the castle here. Inside this castle here, fort here, they have an exhibition of artwork, and it's all animals, and all animals that have been rescued. And below it tells their stories all around the walls. So they've got obviously cats on this side that have been rescued and brought back to health. So all lovely stories going with them. On this side here it contains all dogs and their stories below. Some of these are quite cute. This one here is almost cuter than me. Yeah, this little poor dog was trapped on a balcony for years. So what a great exhibition this is. Unusual roof to something down here. There is an entrance into it down there, so we're going to go down and have a look to see what's in there. There's not quite as much information around as what you would imagine there would be, but even still, it's still fantastic. Looking through the rampart here, just down below on that old wall down there, there's 4 storks' nests, which I have to say it's the first time I've ever seen the nests from the top like that. They're actually not as high as they normally are, and obviously you can see there's 1 stork in each nest. Just in front of that you've got that interesting building. The yellow building down there with the building in the middle. What an interesting building that looks.
Oh, it's quite way down as well. Oh, these are high steps. High steps. Right, if you've got long legs. I reckon I'll find Mark here somewhere having a swim. Oh. No water. It's a bit dubious walking on this glass floor. So what we got here? Iberian lynx. And what about that? Threats. America's threats. Yeah, this is interesting to come on down and have a little read. What's going on? Oh, hello.
The remains here of what the buildings within the fort would have looked like in a previous time. It's quite nice to see where the walls would have been previously and the layout of the rooms. Just up there in that part we've got artifacts. That's obviously just depicting how elaborate this would have looked at some point within its past. that was a good visit. We both enjoyed that. So we're going to head down now, back towards motorhome. We're going to go out for a nice meal tonight. So lovely little courtyard on this house, really nice. Sun is just setting down there. All these lovely traditional Portuguese cottages. Just turn the corner, and some more lovely little cottages here. Not sure if you'd call them a cottage or not. They look small, but they probably go back an awful long way. You can't really tell. So I think we're going to take a left here. We're not going to take the route down there because that's down towards where we're parked. So we're going to go in the opposite direction and go up here and see where this takes us to. You'll probably end up in a bar, I reckon. Looks like a fixer-upper here. It's sad in a way when you come down all these alleyways. There's some lovely cared for properties, and then like on this one here on the opposite side, you've got a property that are long since cared for, unfortunately, and it's just crying out for someone to come in and do them up. Like, honestly, what a beautiful property this is, or it could be, if someone had the vision to do something with it, because it's a large property, that. It's such a shame. Massive property. That could really be a fantastic property. There you go, you got the street name, so if you want to try and go on Rightmove and see it's up for sale or not, there you go. So another one straight ahead of us there. I suspect there might be a few cats living in that one though. So I think we're going to continue down. So that is the cathedral ahead of us again. Up there you see that chimney. Denise has just announced that she would like to take one of those back. I don't know what she thinks.
I am going to get something like that. Not that big, perhaps.
Okay,
obviously.
So I'm pleased to hear that she's not intending on buying anything quite that big. I don't think it's going in the motorhome, or if it does, I'm not fitting. That's probably her intention. Couple of buildings there that are absolutely screaming to be done up and brought back to their former glory. There it is. What a lovely building that is. It could look so nice, that. Just walking past this lamppost here, and there's a couple of storks. They've got their backs to one another. It's obviously a newly coupled up Mr. and Mrs. up there on the top of the lamppost, and they've probably been trying to start a nest all day. So they found their lamppost and they don't know how to start the nest. I suspect the new Mr. up there probably lied and told her that he knew exactly what he was doing and knew how to build the best nest in the world. As you can see, that hasn't happened, and she's obviously not very happy with him. At the bottom of the lamppost there's a couple of dozen twigs that they've tried to use, obviously, to build their nest, but it hasn't worked. So it'd be interesting to come back in 6 months' time and see what they've actually managed to build there. But as you can see, that is not a happy relationship.